Hey guys, let's talk Lua. Okay, so far we have been writing everything in the command line, and that limits us quite a bit because code or script is very long, and you have several lines, even thousands of lines as you move on further. We won't get there in this class, but you can be very it can be very long. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that in the command line. From here on, we'll probably just use the command line for testing out ideas. Maybe you want to try some Lua code real quick, pull up the command prompt, type it in there. We now need to, what we want to do is get a program where we can write a bunch of lines of code and then save it. And so there's several ways of doing this. There's actual IDEs, which stands for Integrated Development Environment, which is a fancy word for, or set of words, for a program which gives you both an area to type out script and also a little button to run that script. So it kind of brings all the tools together. What we want to do is actually, we're going to just get a text editor for starters, like Notepad on Windows, where you're able to type everything out and save it, and then we'll go to the command line to actually run the script. So the Notepad that I would suggest is Notepad++. If you're using a desktop computer, one of the lab computers, you won't need to download this, but if you're not, it's Notepad++. Just Google Notepad++. Hit the downloads button, and you can, I think it's safe to hit the stand with Hong Kong. I don't know why it says that, but you know, head down to the 64-bit version and click the installer. And since I'm on Google Chrome, I can see the installer in the lower left. And just do your thing, click through. Sure. And so here we are. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this white and black theme that Notepad defaults to. We want some other color. So the way we get there is clicking the Settings tab and then hitting Style Configurator. In here you can see several different styles, and the theme is up at the top. We've got a whole bunch of styles here. I like the, let me see if I can find it here. Nice, it's handy that it kind of shows you in the background. I like the Hello Kitty version. Just kidding. I don't know, there's just so many themes. I don't know which one to choose, but I'm just going to go with the first one. Despin, save and close. And now we've got a much better surface or interface to look at, easier on your eyes. So this is Notepad++. We can click and get rid of the change.log. Tells you all the things that they've done. And in here we can actually write some code. So let's do a quick example by typing a = 1. And then, why not, we'll say print a. Okay, I think we need to get rid of that space. All right, so now we've got some Lua code. We know this has worked on the command line. Let's save this. And let's head on over to some sort of easily accessible location, which really, yeah, we'll just go to desktop. Why not? On the desktop, we'll create a new folder called Lua code. What was that? So Lua code, go into Lua code, and then in here what we're going to do is we're going to we're gonna title it test.lua. You can call it whatever you want, but it has to have a .lua at the end. That's called the extension. So we'll save that. I'm going to go ahead and close some of these tabs down. I feel like that might be causing some noise. I don't know why, but okay. So now we'll see if we go to our desktop. Here's our Lua code, and in there is this file, and you'll notice in the type it says Lua script file. If we double click that, it brings up the command line, the Lua command line, and then it just it closes the command line immediately after it runs it. Let me start by going over here to the command line. I'll open up a new command line, and we are going to run that code. I'm sorry, not this command line. We need the command prompt of our Windows machine, and that is you get there by the Windows key and then typing CMD. Now, this is the command prompt of a Windows machine. It would be different on a Mac. So, Macs, you would type terminal, and then navigating your file systems is just a different beast. It's not that difficult, but I don't want to get into that right now. So, the first thing that I should mention is dir. By typing dir, it brings up a list of all of your files in the directory that you're in. So for me right now, I'm in the C drive under the users folder, and then M McLean. And you can see here that I've got some things in this folder. One of them is desktop, and to get there we say cd desktop. Doesn't have to be case sensitive. You just type desktop the word and it'll bring it up. Now if we say dir, we'll see something different, or dir for directory, right? We see something different, and I notice here that I see a directory called Lua code. I'm going to do cd Lua code. Lua code, and dir shows that there's a file in there called test Lua. And if I say, great, yeah. So if I just type out test.lua as the next thing and hit it, it actually runs my code. So that is one way, using a text editor, that we are able to type out some code and then run it.